It's race week. Time to lock in. Welcome back, friends. Come along for my last training ride with a buddy. We're going to do a couple laps of Alpine climb, which you have seen in my last video. It's a great climb. It's good practice to get the legs going. It's going to be about 40 miles and 3,500 feet of elevation. So come along and then we'll do a bike check for race day on the other side of the ride. So we'll see you back here in a bit. We are at the GW, New York side. Noah's trying to figure out how to ride a bike.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's my first time on 9W. I'm really new to this stuff.
He's still pretty new to the sport. It looks cool. We are going to do Alpine climb a couple times to get the legs ready.
All right, climb number one. What's our thoughts on this one? You know, we're gonna take it nice and easy. Roll in, try and hover around, I don't know, 250 watts. I want to get 3 in, but that feels maybe a bit aggressive.
I'm gonna hover it about 180 watts.
No, you're not.
Let Noah go ahead and go up the hill. I'll turn around whenever he meets me back down. Yeah, we got at least 2 efforts, maybe 3. Let's go! Rep 1 done. I don't know what our average was, but now I'll give you a Brian Safa-esque descent here, following Noah. He's done it on the 3rd rep. Dropped. Absolutely dropped. Still pushing 250 watts. He's gotta be doing 350. So race day setup, we're not changing much on the bike. We are going to run a top 2 bag just to make sure we can fit all our snackies in there. But again, Factor Luto, Zip 303 Explorer SWs. We're going to run the Specialized Tracer tires. They're 45 mils. They measure a bit bigger, closer to 47 on these wheels. We've got the SRAM Force 44 10 46, and then the SPD pedals. I was thinking about running 3 bottles, but I'm just going to run 2 and hope that the aid stations are close enough. So for those that don't know, I'm doing the Mammoth Endurance Gravel race this Saturday, May 1st, May 2nd, whatever Saturday is. It's a 132-mile race, about 13,000 feet of elevation, maybe more depending on which routing software you're using. I've never ridden that far, so we'll see if we survive. The goal is survive, but not to just pedal around. So we've got the last training ride in the books. We're doing a shakeout ride on Friday when we get to Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. So the one issue I have is the weather. It's going to be somewhere between 31 and 50 throughout the day. It starts in the morning and it's going to finish hopefully sometime before like 6 o'clock. The problem is dressing. You're either going to be really cold in the morning and feel comfortable in the afternoon, or comfortable in the morning and then really, really hot in the afternoon. So I'm going to play around with some layers on Friday for the pre-ride and the shakeout ride, and we'll see what we're going to run on Saturday. It's going to be a very much game time decision, but it's just the cards we were dealt, and maybe some rain too to throw that in the mix. For nutrition wise, we've got Tailwind carb mix. So that's, I think, 25 grams per serving. We'll probably go 3 servings per bottle. And I've got little packets that'll bring with me. So once we get to the halfway, I'll refill bottles with carb mix and electrolytes. I think it's 25 grams of carbs and 250 milligrams of sodium per serving. On top of the carb mix, which I'll generally just use as hydration and carb intake, we've got these little Cliff blocks, chews. I use these as my caffeine intake, so these are the caffeinated ones. It's only 50 grams of caffeine, 48 grams per pack of carbs. We've got these SIS, Science and Sport Beta Fuel Gels, 40 grams of carbs, no issues. They taste okay. It's the strawberry and lime flavor. And then we've got, for some like real food, we've got these Cadence Core 40 bars, 40 grams of carbs. And then I think it's 400 milligrams of sodium. So these are pretty good. These also sit well in my stomach. They're quite salty now that I remember that. It's 400 milligrams. So we're not going to eat a ton of those in the day. We don't want to overload on sodium, but I think the goal is to try to hover around 80 to 90 grams of carbs, and we'll just do electrolytes kind of as we go along. I don't think I'll be that sweaty just given the weather. 80 to 90 is kind of what my stomach can handle, and we're not going to be pushing crazy hard. So I think that's a safe number to go with. And I'm excited. I've never done a gravel race. I've only done 2 ever bike races. I've done 1 crit race and then 1 half Ironman, which I don't know if you count that as a bike race or not. First ever gravel race. I'm glad that I'm doing it with someone. Hopefully he doesn't just leave me in the dust, as you saw on some of our training climbs. Quite a bit stronger than me, but we'll figure that out as we go. Tune in for the next video. The next video will be the pre-ride and the actual race vlog. I am bringing the camera, so we'll be doing some check-ins and try to get some footage. Hopefully the weather holds off. Hopefully the day goes well and get some good footage and enjoyment out of it. So I'm really excited. We're leaving tomorrow. Enjoy this video, and again, tune in for the next one. Thank ya. Love ya. Bye.